Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive.
There's that definite buzz when you're planning a trip, isn't there? Picturing new places, different cultures. It's exciting.
Absolutely.
But let's be real, alongside that excitement, there's often this little bit of anxiety, too. Especially about communication, right? When you're in a totally new place.
Definitely.
And your hotel,
Yeah.
it's kind of your home base. It's often the very first place you interact with people. And the last. And if you're not super confident with the language, it can actually be surprisingly stressful.
Yeah, it really can set the tone.
That's exactly why today we're diving deep into mastering the language you need for hotels. The specific words, the phrases, the etiquette.
Everything from booking onwards.
Right. Booking, checking in smoothly, even dealing with those little problems that sometimes crop up. Think of this as us giving you a kind of linguistic key.
A key to unlock confident travel. I like that.
And the source we're using today. It's the Hotel English Masterclass Study Guide. And it's really designed to, break down the language hotels use, look closely at typical conversations, and also explore that unspoken etiquette. It's stuff that can sometimes trip you up if you're not aware of it. The whole point is turning those potentially awkward moments into, well, empowering ones.
Couldn't have said it better. So our mission for you listening is pretty simple. By the end of this deep dive, you'll have the tools to handle pretty much any hotel situation with confidence.
Avoiding the common mistakes.
Exactly. And you might honestly surprise yourself with how ready you feel. So, okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack this masterclass.
Let's do it.
All right, first things first, the foundation. Language really is your map here, isn't it? You need the right terms to navigate. So what are the absolute basics, the first things a traveler needs to get their head around in a hotel context?
Well, the very first thing, and it sounds simple, but it causes confusion, is room types. You absolutely need to know the difference between, say, a double room and a twin room.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that could go wrong.
Right. A double room is for two people, but it means one large bed. Could be a double queen, king, but one bed. A twin room is also for two people, but crucially, it has two separate single beds.
Ah, okay. So if you're traveling with a friend, not a partner.
You need to ask for a twin room. Otherwise, you might get a bit of a surprise when you walk in. I mean, it happens.
Good to know. What else? Beyond double and twin.
Well, you might see a suite. That's usually more than just a bedroom, maybe a separate living area. More space, generally more luxurious.
Right.
Then for families or groups traveling together, adjoining or connecting rooms are useful. Two separate rooms, but with a door linking them on the inside.
So you have privacy, but also easy access. Makes sense.
Exactly. And if you need an extra bed in the room, you'd ask about a rollaway bed, or sometimes called a cot. Just remember, that's almost always an extra charge.
Okay, good point. So that's the bed sorted. What about the stuff in the room? The room features and amenities, things that make your stay comfortable or sometimes expensive.
Yes. You'll definitely see the minibar, word to the wise. Those little snacks and drinks look tempting, but they're usually very overpriced.
Oh, yeah. Age your own.
Definitely check the price list first. Then there's the in-room safe, really important for passports, cash, valuables. Use it.
Always. Now, what about the big one? Wi-Fi. I feel like everyone expects it to be free now. Is that safe to assume?
That's a really common assumption and often wrong. Many hotels, especially maybe smaller ones or in certain countries, still charge. It's so important to ask, is the Wi-Fi complimentary?
Complimentary meaning free.
Exactly. Or is there a charge per day or per device? Ask up front. This is like a top tip for budget travelers especially. Don't get caught out.
Good advice. What other standard things should people expect?
Well, you usually have an ensuite bathroom, obviously, room service for ordering food to your room, basic toiletries, shampoo, soap, usually a hairdryer, a kettle, or maybe a coffee maker. The little things,
Yeah, the essentials that make it feel a bit more like home. Okay, shifting gears slightly, let's talk money. Pricing and booking terms. The price per night is the rate or tariff, right?
Correct. That's the base price.
But then you hear terms like full board and half board. What's the actual difference? I know people get confused.
They do. It's quite simple, really. Full board means your room rate includes 3 meals. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Usually drinks aren't included, though.
Okay, and half board.
Half board includes your room, breakfast, and then one other meal, either lunch or dinner. You usually choose.
Ah, I see. So if you plan on eating out a lot, exploring local restaurants.
Half board might be better value. If you like the convenience of eating at the hotel, full board could be the way to go. It depends on your travel style.
Makes sense. Now, here's something you mentioned earlier that can be a nasty surprise. Taxes. VAT Taxes and fees. How do you avoid getting stung at checkout?
This is huge. Different countries, even different cities, handle taxes differently. Sometimes the price you're quoted includes everything. Sometimes VAT, value-added tax, or other local taxes are added on top at the end.
And that can be a significant amount extra.
It really can. We're talking 10, 15, sometimes even 20%. So the key phrase always is that price inclusive of VAT? Or are taxes and fees included in this rate? Ask directly.
Don't assume.
Got it.
What about things like a deposit?
You might pay a deposit when you book to secure the room, and definitely pay attention to the cancellation policy. Look for free cancellation if you need flexibility.
Right. And you mentioned another type of deposit earlier, incidental.
Yes, the incidental deposit, or sometimes called pre-authorization. This confuses people. When you check in, they'll often swipe your credit card for an extra amount.
Okay.
But it's not a charge, usually. It's a temporary hold, like a safety net for the hotel in case you use the minibar, order room service, charge things to your room.
Ah, okay. So if you don't use any extras.
They release the hold after you check out. It never actually becomes a charge. Knowing that it's just a hold can prevent a lot of anxiety or arguments at the front desk.
That's really useful to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Last bit on foundations. People and places. Obviously, reception or the front desk in the lobby. Who else should we know?
Well, the concierge is a great resource. They're the local experts. Ask them for restaurant recommendations, help booking tours, directions.
Kind of like a personal city guide.
Pretty much. And then there's the bellhop or porter. They're the ones who help you with your luggage, especially welcome after a long flight.
Okay, fantastic grounding in the vocabulary. Now we know the terms. Let's move to actually using them. First up, booking a room by phone. Maybe seems a bit old school, but sometimes it's the best way, right? Real-time conversation.
Exactly. You can get immediate answers, ask follow-up questions, but the key, as the study guide emphasizes, is preparation. Have your pre-call checklist ready.
What's on the checklist?
Know your exact check-in and check-out dates. How many nights that is. Number of guests, adults, children, what room type you want, double twin.
The stuff we just talked about.
Precisely. Also, have your specific questions ready to ask about Wi-Fi, breakfast, the cancellation policy, those taxes we mentioned, and have your credit card handy for guaranteeing the booking.
So being prepared stops you from, like, fumbling on the call.
Exactly. It makes you sound confident, ensures you don't forget anything crucial, and makes the whole process much smoother for both you and the hotel staff. Without it, you might hesitate, forget to ask about VAT, and end up unsure.
Okay, let's walk through what that call actually sounds like. The anatomy of the booking call. How do you start?
Keep it simple and direct. Opening the call. Hello, I'd like to book a room, please. Or, hi, I'm calling to make a reservation. Polite and clear.
Then you give them the details from your checklist.
Yes, specifying your needs. I'm looking for a double room from the 14th of June to the 16th of June. Be super specific with dates and the number of nights. No room for error there.
Okay, and then the crucial part, asking about the money and what's included. This is where you avoid those surprises.
Absolutely. Asking about price and inclusions. This is non-negotiable. Ask, does that price include breakfast? And definitely, is VAT included in that price? Or are there any other taxes or fees I should be aware of?
Get it all out in the open right at the start. Smart. What if you have a special request, like wanting a quiet room?
You can definitely ask. Making a special request. Phrase it politely. I'd like to request a quiet room if possible. Or, would it be possible to get a room on a higher floor?
Using the word request.
Yes, because it's usually subject to availability. It's not guaranteed, but they'll note it down and try if they can. Politeness helps here.
Okay, so you've agreed on the room, the price, everything's clear. Now you need to lock it in.
Right. Confirming and providing details, you'll say something like, okay, great, yes, I'd like to book that. Then they'll ask for your full name, phone number, email address.
Standard stuff.
And your credit card details. They'll usually say it's to guarantee the booking. Remember, this usually means they hold the room for you and might charge a penalty if you cancel late or don't show up, but they don't necessarily charge the full amount right then.
Good distinction. And before you hang up.
Don't hang up yet. Getting confirmation and closing, always ask, could you please send me a confirmation email? And also, could I have a booking reference number, please?
Get the confirmation in writing.
Essential. And one final pro tip. Quickly summarize the main details back to them. Okay, so just to confirm, that's a double room for 2 nights, checking in June 14th at price including tax.
Nice. Double checks everything. Catches any misunderstandings.
Exactly. Minimizes errors.
Okay, so phone booking is one way.
Yeah.
But what if you prefer writing? or you're dealing with big time differences. The guide covers booking a room by email too, right?
It does. An email is great because you have a written record and you can take your time composing the message clearly.
Makes sense. So what makes a good booking email? What's the anatomy of a professional booking email?
First impressions count, even in email. The subject line needs to be crystal clear. Something like booking inquiry, your name, your dates, or reservation request for double room June 1416.
Not just question or booking.
Definitely not. Hotel staff get hundreds of emails. A clear subject line helps them prioritize and understand immediately what you need. Helps you get a faster response.
Good point.
Yeah.
What about the main part, the body?
Here, the guide makes a really practical suggestion. Use a bulleted list for your key information.
Oh, interesting. Why bullets? Seems a bit formal, maybe.
It's purely about clarity and efficiency. For the hotel staff member reading it, a bulleted list is super easy to scan and pull out the key details. Check-in, date, date. Check out date, date, number of nights, X, number of guests, X adults, Y children, room type desired, twin room, special requests, quiet room, if possible.
Ah, I see. So they can just glance at it and know exactly what you need without wading through a paragraph.
Precisely. It makes their job easier, which means you get a quicker, more accurate reply. Less back and forth, fewer potential mistakes.
That's actually a brilliant, simple tip.
Yeah.
It helps you get what you need faster. And then you just need to clearly state what you want back from them.
Exactly. The ask. Something like, could you please confirm availability and the room rate, including all taxes and fees for these dates? And, of course, use a polite opening, dear so madam, or dear reservations team. In closing, sincerely, or kind regards. Professionalism counts.
Great. So, booking sorted phone or email?
Yeah.
Now, the big moment. You arrive at the hotel, mastering the art of checking in. This really sets the tone, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. First impressions work both ways. And again, a little preparation goes a long way. Have your pre-check-in checklist items ready, your booking confirmation number or email, your passport or ID card, and the credit card you booked with or plan to pay with. Have them easily accessible, not buried at the bottom of your bag.
Avoids that awkward rummaging at the desk.
Exactly. It just makes you feel and look more prepared and makes the process quicker.
Okay, let's walk through the check-in conversation. Anatomy of the check-in. You approach the desk.
Simple greeting. Hello, I have a reservation. I'd like to check in, please.
And then you provide your details.
Yep. Providing details. They'll likely ask for your last name. Sometimes they might ask for the confirmation number too. They'll find your booking on their system and confirm the details, room type, length of stay.
Okay. Then comes the paperwork and payment part.
Right. Providing identification and payment. They'll need to see your passport or ID, standard procedure, and they'll ask for a credit card. This is often for that incidental deposit we talked about.
Ah, yes, the temporary hold.
Exactly. They might explain it as a pre-authorization. Just remember, it's usually not an immediate charge, just security for them. Understanding this keeps things calm.
Good reminder. Now, the receptionist gives you the key card, room number. Is that it, or is there more?
This is a golden opportunity. Receptionists' information and your questions. They'll tell you your room number, maybe point toward the elevators. But before you walk away, ask your key questions.
Don't be shy, basically.
Definitely not. This saves you calling down from your room 5 minutes later. Ask things like, what time is breakfast served and where? Could you tell me the Wi-Fi password? Or, how do I connect to the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, practical stuff.
What time is checkout? Could you point me towards the elevators? Get all this info now while you're right there. It's efficient.
Makes total sense. Anything else at check-in?
Just possibly assistance with luggage. They might ask if you need help, or you can ask for the bellhop or porter. Just be aware, especially in places like the U.S., tipping the bellhop is customary for their service.
Good cultural note. Okay, so ideally, everything goes perfectly. But sometimes life happens. Sometimes things go wrong, the AC breaks, the reservation is missing.
It happens even in the best hotels.
So the guide talks about handling this politely but effectively. What's the key strategy when you hit a snag?
The absolute #1 rule is stay calm. Getting angry or loud rarely helps. Be clear, be specific about the problem, and maintain a polite tone. Hotel staff generally want to fix problems if you approach them constructively.
Okay, calm, clear, polite. Let's take scenario 1. Problem with your reservation. You arrive, they say they have no booking for you. Panic stations.
Deep breath first. Strategy. Stay calm. Give them your name again, maybe spell it out. Provide your confirmation number. And crucially, offer evidence. I'm sorry, there seems to be a mistake. I have my confirmation email right here on my phone. Would you like to see it?
Ah, that confirmation email is your safety net again.
It really is. Or you can say, could you please double check, perhaps under a slightly different spelling. Keep it cooperative.
Okay, scenario 2. Problem with your room. You get upstairs, open the door, and it's not right. Wrong room type, something's broken, it's not clean.
Strategy. Don't untack. Call the front desk immediately. First, identify yourself clearly. Hello, this is your name and your room number.
Always give your room number. Got it.
Then state the problem clearly and politely. I'm afraid there seems to be an issue with the room. Then be specific. I believe I booked a double room, but this room has 2 single beds. Or, the air conditioning doesn't seem to be working.
And what do you ask them to do?
Ask for action. Could you please send someone to take a look at the air conditioning? Or if it's the wrong room type. Is it possible to move to the type of room I booked? Keep it focused on the solution.
Makes sense. Okay, final common issue. Scenario 3. Key card doesn't work. You trudge back from a long day out, swipe the card. Nothing. So frustrating.
It is annoying, but usually an easy fix. Strategy. Just head back down to the front desk.
What do you say?
Simple and polite. Excuse me, my key card isn't working for your room number, or could you please reactivate my key card?
And why does this happen so often?
Often they just get demagnetized. Maybe it was too close to your mobile phone or credit cards in your wallet. It's very common. They'll just issue you a new, freshly activated card or reactivate your existing one. Quick fix, usually.
Okay, that covers a lot of ground. Honestly, just hearing these specific phrases and strategies makes it feel much less daunting. This deep dive really feels like it's given us that linguistic key you mentioned.
That's the goal. It's not just about memorizing phrases, is it? It's understanding the why behind them, knowing the flow of the conversation, being prepared. It shifts the power dynamic. You're not just a passive visitor, you're an informed traveler.
Yeah, it transforms that potential anxiety into just clear communication. It's empowering, like you said.
Exactly. It gives you a sense of control, which makes the whole travel experience more enjoyable.
So for you listening, the next time you're planning a trip, maybe revisit some of these points.
Yeah.
Mentally walk through the check-in, practice asking about VAT, walk into that lobby feeling prepared, knowledgeable, in control.
You'll find it makes a huge difference. It's not just about opening your hotel room door. It's about opening up a more confident way of traveling.
Absolutely.
And maybe that leads us to a final thought for you to ponder. If you master this specific language for hotels, how might that confidence spill over? Could it encourage you to step out of your comfort zone more in other travel situations? Like ordering food in a busy local eatery or figuring out the subway system.
Interesting point.
Knowing you have this foundation for clear communication, what other linguistic keys might you want to find for your next adventure? Where else could understanding the specific language unlock a better experience? Something to think about.